Funnifyic, the one only here with
Mr. Han.
and today we're going to have another fantastic and exciting episode of Jank Heroes Funnifyic. Give me one moment to get the stream set up. Shadow Dartgill, are you excited for today's session?
No.
No, not at all. Is there anything that you hope will happen today?
Not really, but I know it's gonna happen.
Snap. Is there anything you hope doesn't happen this session?
No, because I know it's gonna happen.
Regardless?
Yes.
Interesting. Ooh. Okay, so I now have the live chat up on the stream. Now I'm going to need a timestamp, and we will finish 1 hour after the timestamp hits.
Unless I get you to do it for another 20 to 30 minutes again.
Let's see, I can see that the current time is 4:29. So we can finish this off at 5:29. So, where would you like to start off? Where your character left off previously, or the next day?
Well, previously it wouldn't make sense by the canonicity of what we talked about.
So you would like to... Right, because we already know events have happened since then. So we would start off with a new day.
I guess.
Okay, hit me up with a recap of where we last saw your character and what you were up to.
Nothing much. I was in my room. The end.
Yo, Kirby, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. So could you give us a recap of, like, where Shadow Dartgill was in his last big adventure?
He had an elf girl on his shoulder. He didn't like it. He threw the elf girl. She died. Light doppelganger. That's cool. In room.
Light doppelganger, that's cool. In room. What big reveal did we learn about the light doppelganger last time around?
He is probably not the hero framer.
He's probably not.
Knowing Jed.
So, it's time to find out. Hit me up with a check.
Pass.
Okay, you wake up at 8. You don't have class until 10:30.
Okay. I start by contacting Speedy Case.
On your subspace communicator?
Yes.
There's a dragon outside your window. Are you sure your biggest concern should be Speedy Case at the moment?
Yeah. Because subspace is instant.
You're right. Cool. So you contact Speedy Case. Serena says hello via your subspace communicator since you're using it.
Well, I don't read them. I'm just talking to someone.
Let's see. Kirby over subspace says, well, I guess he doesn't say this over subspace. It's too meta. He says, if I were to make another character, I would just hopefully be a better version of Galactonite.
See.
So, yeah. So since subspace is instant, I guess you can just worry about the dragon later. Speedy Case does not respond, but he sends an automated holographic message that projects at your subspace communicator. Hey, sorry about that. I'm probably in the middle of a case right now, so please leave a message at the speedy beep.
Speedy Case, you know subspace how subspace works. Don't give me this.
You're currently leaving a message.
Yeah.
When your message is over, clap your hands 3 times.
No.
So you're just gonna...
You need to contact me as soon as possible about PSA and why he was falling from my building.
Ooh, interesting. Kirby said the communicator is covered up. He wouldn't see the hologram, but he would hear it.
Actually, I never actually covered it up. But
He didn't. He wanted to.
But I actually do have a way to cover it up now. Or I thought of one. Basically, when I put on my outfit, I make...
Sorry, we're currently experiencing some lag. So you were explaining how you're gonna just cover up your... That makes more sense.
and then the spectral robes over it.
Kirby says he's back to 33 health. Friggin' spiders. You're also currently in orbit around the Earth. In the USS Enterprise. Or Jared's ship, since we don't have the rights to the USS Enterprise. So you were leaving a message with Speedy Case? They told you gotta clap your hands 3 times to exit the message?
Nope.
So you're just not going to?
No, he's just gonna hear everything.
Okay, so what are you gonna do? There's a dragon outside your window.
I'm gonna let the dragon mind its own business.
The dragon licks your window, in the process breaking the glass. There's now glass flying towards you from the window.
How does a lick break glass and send it flying, Jet? If anything, the glass should just be falling down.
I guess it's a pretty hard lick.
Jet.
What do you do?
Why do you do this to me, Jet?
Things are getting pretty exciting.
Screw me.
Whoop, so you did not pass the check. You now have glass flying towards you. Roll 2d20. Take the difference as damage.
1.
A piece of glass chips in you, so it leaves a small cut. Kirby said it must have been a very forceful lick. You've taken 1 damage.
Dragon, stop it.
You say to the dragon. The dragon responds by saying, "We must collect the jewels as soon as possible.
I'm not part of that. Stop. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I need a champion. Someone who will collect the jewels for me.
Why?
Because I don't want to have to go all the way around.
Well, why am I doing it?
Because if you don't, I'll just eat you.
What do you
because
mean
I'm a dragon.
What do you mean you're gonna eat me? I didn't even do anything to deserve this. What do you even need jewels for?
What? Dragons love collecting gold. And all sorts of riches and treasures.
Well, if I sold my car and gave you the money, would you be fine with that?
That wouldn't be nearly as valuable as these jewels.
What are you even gonna do with the jewels? Just hoard it?
Yes.
Do you really think that's a really worthwhile investment?
It's what I've dedicated my entire life to doing.
Wouldn't you be better off, I don't know, maybe using the jewels for something useful?
Like hoarding them, exactly.
No, like...
Hoarding them,
yes. You don't really seem all that armored, right? You got just like the dragon scales, like normal dragons.
Yes.
Wouldn't you want maybe like dragon armor?
No.
What do you mean, no?
I just want to hoard treasure. Kirby said, he doesn't know about the jewels though, right?
Yeah, I don't know about the jewels, so stop trying to bring me into the subplot, Jet.
Then he said, remember Alexandrite Dragon? The Yu-Gi-Oh references.
Stop trying to bring me into a plot that I didn't want to even be a part of.
Hop onto my back and we'll try and ride to the jewel destination.
I didn't agree to this. I'm still...
So you'd rather me just eat you then?
Well, can you give me some time?
How much time do you need?
Like a few days?
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 No, I'm
Why?
sure someone's trying to collect the jewels as we speak.
Well, why can't you collect the jewels?
Because like I said, I don't want to have to be bothered with going all the way around the world.
So why do you care about the jewels then? And
because I want them.
Well, here's the thing. If I'm on your back, and presumably you're going to fly me somewhere.
Not to all the jewel locations.
So how do you expect me to get to the rest of the jewel locations?
I have other allies that will team up with you as you travel from jewel location to jewel location.
Shit.
The dragon just looked at you. Like, it sounds like a pretty good deal, right? It's better than just being eaten. Kirby over Subspace says, many of the Tsar's lost jewels can be found in the scales of this priceless dragon. Its creator remains a mystery, along with how they acquired the Imperial treasures. But whoever finds this dragon has hit the jackpot, whether they know it or not. Quoting Alexandrite Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh!
So the dragon about that. Shadow Merge.
Oh, you're just gonna try and escape into the darkness.
Yeah.
Okay, you do it. Mark off a power usage.
Nope. I just know.
No, Matt.
I always know, Jeff.
You gotta keep track.
I always keep track of it.
Matt. It's just more fair for you to mark it. You have a pencil. It's not even like you have a pen.
Yeah, I only mark health.
You should just put a slash next to it. Just mark how much you lost.
No.
Well, how many are you currently at?
15.
He's currently at 15 power usages, Kirby. You can keep track of it as well. Along with you. You should also keep track.
I always keep track of it.
Kirby said, does Galactonite know about the damage? Yes, you do. You do know he took damage. Subspace. Okay, so you merge into the darkness. The dragon starts by blowing fire through the open window into your room.
Too bad he can't hit darkness.
Yeah, he can't hit darkness. You're right. What happens when, like, the whole room is lit with fire?
Well, I was pretty more or less escaping when I was shadow merging to escape, so I was moving out of the room when I did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your room's still going to be on fire.
Yeah, still on fire.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a home anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. So Springdale apartments are currently on fire.
So I'm just gonna move out of the apartments because not a good idea to get caught in a fire.
So Kirby, it's like 8 a.m. I don't know where your character currently is, but there's definitely no way that you didn't hear over Subspace about Springdale apartments now being lit ablaze by a dragon outside of the building. Just saying. So where are you going to go? Where are you going to try and escape? The fire, of course, is going to continue to spread through the building.
Well, obviously I'm exiting the building.
Okay, where are you gonna go from there? Like once you leave the building?
I don't know. Maybe school. I don't know.
You're gonna go to school?
Why not?
Cool. Yeah, you're still early for class. So you're gonna head down to Springdale University.
Yeah, moving from those shadows.
Kirby said, "But I'm on the time traveler ship. I can't do anything." You're right. You can't teleport or anything. I guess you could heal the wounded who get like burned by flames, unless you don't care.
I mean, he doesn't see any of those people.
Yeah, he would only really see heroes. Plain White is hitting up a bunch of heroes via subspace. Like there's a dragon burning down Springdale's apartments. He's trying to recruit people. He's like, if you need a lift, I have all kinds of airplanes. I got airplanes that go through air, airplanes that go through space, airplanes that go underwater. So if you need a ride, Plain White is gonna come and pick you up. We gotta take care of this dragon.
It's a good thing I didn't read my subspace communicator.
He sent an audio message.
Well, remember, I have it muted.
You do have it muted. So you're heading to school. What do you do when you arrive? You're gonna be there early because your class didn't start.
Well, first
for
of all,
like
do
2
I notice
hours
that the
or so.
dragon followed me?
No, dragon's burning down Springdale.
So it can't track me. Good. We're just gonna sort of look around the school while still merged in shadows.
Okay. You notice there are a lot more like mythical creatures around school than normal. There are like trolls and goblins and shit. There are also a bunch of flags that are like Atlantean flags because Atlantis now controls Springdale University.
Let's head to wherever Atlantis is. Like, follow the Atlantean flags, I guess. I don't know.
Wait, you're trying to find Atlantis
Why not?
via the flags?
Yeah, find what the Atlanteans are doing in this school.
So as you're like trying to figure out what's going on with the Atlanteans and all the flags, it seems clear that the dean of students is Prince Arthur of Atlantis.
Well, I meant following the flags jet to wherever the main area is.
They're just all around the school because Atlantis has claimed the whole building. So you wander the whole building and you see a bunch of mythical creatures. There are like humanoid dragons as well. There are like dwarves. There are gnomes. You know, they're just mythical people everywhere.
Also,
just all around
side
Springdale
note,
University.
was the elf girl on my shoulder in the room?
The elf girl was not on your shoulder.
So they didn't rough up. Actually, well, I can't really take that back now. Could have gone to the police station. Oh well.
So let's see. Kirby over subspace says, so now I can't know about his damage since he doesn't have the communicator. And then he
Well,
said,
I do have the communicator on. I'm just not in the room.
yeah. And then Kirby said, but Arthur is on Jared's ship. True, but that doesn't make him not the dean of students. He doesn't lose his title because he like, yeah.
Well, I don't know that. So I started looking around for this dean.
You start looking around for the dean?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so you wander to the dean's office where you see the librarian, the Springdale librarian, sitting in the seat. Her feet are like wrapped over the desk with her hands behind her head, because as of Aiden's campaign, she's become the leader of Atlantis.
Oh,
Yeah, so you just see the librarian chilling in the dean's office.
so I move under the desk.
Okay, you can see her panties under her skirt.
I move away from the
You
desk. I didn't
pervert.
actually want that.
Okay, you move away from the desk. You didn't mean to see some librarian panties.
Hello there.
She says, hello, would you like to check out a book?
This isn't a library now, is it?
I'm the librarian. I control this school. Everywhere can be the library
Why are you in the dean's office?
because I control this school. I'm the leader of Atlantis
Where's
and
the
Atlantis
dean?
controls Springdale. Because...
Where's the dean?
Oh, where's the dean?
Yes.
I don't know. The prince is kind of a snot-nosed brat. So, I don't really care what happens to him.
How do you control this school?
Atlantis took over the school in the war between the Atlanteans and the Squids, and I control Atlantis.
That
So I
doesn't
control
explain
this
how
school.
you control Atlantis.
Oh, I met this guy. He essentially offered me control of Atlantis. I accepted, and now I control Atlantis.
He just flat out gave you Atlantis.
He said he didn't want any beef because he ruined my library. I still don't fully forgive him for ruining my library, but hey, this isn't too bad.
So you're just gonna rule Atlantis by propping up your feet and not doing anything?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even really want Atlantis.
So give it to someone else.
Why would I? Why would I take a loss? Unless I was getting something better in return, I don't see the purpose.
Well, clearly you're going to have an uprising at some point.
Let's see. Kirby said, but Arthur's on Jared's ship. He already said that. The chat disconnected, but now the chat reconnected. Subspace error, I guess. But she's like, if I'm not getting anything in return of equal value, there's no reason for me to get rid
Well,
of
what
it.
I'm saying is that I'm going to take it off your hands specifically because if I don't, then you're going to have an uprising. And then you'll get something in return called death.
Well, I feel like there won't be an uprising because another guy during the Squid War turned most of the Atlanteans into mud and turned all the squids into mud. So, yeah.
And you think that there are more than just the Atlanteans that were at this school?
Yeah. He turned like almost all the Atlanteans into mud.
How do you know about Atlanteans being turned to mud outside of this school?
Because once I became the leader of Atlantis, I had a meeting with the remaining Atlanteans. There's only royalty left and myself. Scavenger said, greetings and salutations. You're currently overhearing through the subspace communicator what happened to the Atlanteans.
So in other words, doesn't that mean Atlantis is basically worth nothing?
Well, I still have all the resources of Atlantis and control over the royalty of Atlantis.
Okay.
But then, like, no people to have to share it with, so it's just all mine.
So do you want to explain all the mythical creatures here then?
Now that has been something I can't explain. There are just a lot of mythical creatures around. Ever since Atlantis took over, they just started flooding in, but they're not mine. I don't understand.
Well, don't you think that they might do an uprising and take Atlantis from you?
I don't think so. They seem to just be wandering the school. I don't know what they're here for, but they haven't threatened anyone, including myself, yet. Scavenger said, oh wait, I did that to the squids and Atlanteans. Yep, she brought that up. Turned them into mud. But she mentioned that the royalty all have still survived.
I just sort of leave.
You just leave?
Yeah, that she's not worth anything.
She's like, hello? Hello? She never saw you in the first place. You're just like a disembodied voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to go to my classroom.
Okay. You're now inside your classroom. It's empty because your class is not going to start for like a couple hours.
No, we're just going to pop out now.
Okay. You pop out. As you pop out, one-eyed ogre opens the door and starts looking around the room. He said, you haven't seen any colorful jewels, have you?
No.
No?
No.
I'm just going to go through the classroom and look for them.
Go ahead.
Yeah, don't mind me.
Yeah.
And he starts like flipping over like desks and tables and chairs and shit. He's like throwing down like there was a mug on the desk and he just like slams it into the ground and he looks through the glass pieces to see if he can find a jewel. He like rips the chalkboard off the wall and he's like looking behind the chalkboard. He didn't see anything. He's just flipping over everything. He breaks the windows and sees if the jewels were somehow embedded in the window glass. And after he's like more or less destroyed the room, ripped like the tiles out of the floor and the tiles out of the ceiling, he just goes, oh, I didn't find any. Hey, do you happen to have any jewels on you?
No.
Do you mind if I check you?
Define check.
So essentially it's just going to be a strip check. I just need to find if you have any jewels on your person.
As long as you're gentle.
Do you want me to call in a different person?
Yeah, I don't think you're very gentle.
Yeah, I'm not. He walks out of the room. As he leaves, he goes, I'll be right back. Just give me a moment.
Okay, he's gone?
Yeah.
Okay, I switched to Marcus.
You turn into, like, your
Yeah.
civilian identity?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Scavenger said, I just made a wiki for Becca Sprite. Oh, you made a wiki for Serena's character? That's thoughtful. Kirby said he isn't even a person right now unless he revealed himself.
Well, I came out of the shadows.
He came out of the shadows, Kirby. So now you're in your civilian identity. So the person who walks into the room is a female sprite. She's about 2 feet taller than you. She has
Wow.
like butterfly wings.
How does that work?
She seems to be made out of plant matter. She goes, hello, I'm here to check you for jewels.
I'm sorry, it was some other guy. He came in and I came in and then he started running.
Have you been checked for jewels?
No.
I'm here to check you for jewels.
Of course you are.
She flies into the room, and she comes forward. Scavenger said, yeah, this is weird. So, essentially her fingers and toes turn into, like, vines, and the vines begin to, like, spread across your body. And they're trying to, like, strip you down to look for jewels.
Isn't it more of a feeling check rather than a strip check?
The ogre literally said it was a strip check.
I guess he did, didn't he?
Yep. She, like, removes all your clothing, including your subspace communicator. And she goes, I didn't find any jewels on your person.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not hiding any jewels, right?
None at all.
Do you have any, like, in your teeth, like a grill or, like, seals or something?
Are you gonna try and take out all my teeth to look for jewels?
She's like, that would be very horrific. I'm not here to kill you or anything.
Can I just open my mouth and have you look real fast and not put, like, the vines in my mouth?
She's like, that's how I see. The sigh was so hard. Never has there been a sigh like this. Scavenger said these jewels are like infinity gems.
Can they just be like the skinniest vines that, like, leave no touch feel at all?
She's like, you definitely will feel them, but they can be thin.
Like, how much will I feel them?
A lot. I probably will just do a full body check, like, while you're giving me access. So
like
they'll just
interior?
Yeah, they won't. It's not like it's gonna hurt you or anything, but you're not gonna not feel vines spreading throughout your body. Maybe a little uncomfortable, but trust. After I've done this check, you won't need any more jewel checks. We'll know that you don't have jewels on you, and it'll be fine.
How could I trust you to not, I don't know, and suddenly make the vines thick and explode me from the inside?
Kirby said, I'm sorry for you, Dark Gale. Scavenger said, I know, right? She's like I said, I have no intention of hurting you. I'm just looking for the jewels.
God, I wish I had time to do the other thing. Ugh.
She's like, if you want, I could just call in, like, a different person to do the interior check.
No, but if I find anything fishy, I might react in a not so nice way.
I mean, there shouldn't be anything fishy. You just might, it'll definitely feel uncomfortable.
I mean, with regards
it just
to,
won't hurt.
It just means with regards to your actions.
She's like, okay. I'll need you to open your mouth. Don't bite.
I mean, I won't make promises, but...
Well, this is where I'll say, if you bite me, I'll react. Because that will actually hurt. So did you open your mouth?
Yes.
Okay, so she, like, does the finger vines, and they are really thin. They're really thin. They fly, they like stretch into your mouth. And then you feel them expand through your body. And you definitely feel it. Again, it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable at all, but it doesn't hurt. It's just like you wouldn't choose to do this.
Please be done soon.
So she's like reaching through, and she's like, I haven't detected any jewels yet. Kirby said, can we just skip this, please? This vines continue to twirl through your body. And when they finally make it all the way through, she goes, oh, I haven't found any jewels. Now, this is the worst part. Don't throw up. All the jewels have to, not all the jewels, all the vines have to retract back through your body.
God.
Which means they're going to come up your throat, so don't throw up.
God, you're expecting a lot out of me.
So now I need you to do a check.
God, you're going to screw me over so
So
hard.
I throw up.
I somehow didn't get screwed over.
Nice. The vines retract, covered in, like, blood and stomach bile. And then she's like, you don't have any jewels in you.
No, I saw a lot of blood there. Am I gonna be, like, faint or anything?
Kirby said, please tell me you passed. He did pass. She's like, I don't know much about your anatomy.
Oh, thanks.
But yeah, thank you for not hiding any jewels from us. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah.
Also, you'll want to put your clothes on.
Yeah.
And she walks out of the room.
I quickly put my clothes back on.
Okay. Your clothes are now back on. You're in a destroyed classroom. Your class doesn't start for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Before, it was like 2 hours and 30 minutes.
God, that took so long. Okay, so I need to do this really quickly so that nobody gets on me for this.
Kirby said he will be scared for life now. Scavenger said, what the fuck is wrong with that lady?
So I turn off my subspace communicator for a moment.
Your boy Speedy Case arrives in the classroom. He's
hey, good. I needed to talk to you. You got my message?
He's like, what the fuck happened here?
Monsters. They're terrifying, but that's not what I'm here for.
Don't forget to keep your subspace communicator on.
Look, I needed to talk to you, and you didn't answer my call.
But you also can't cut your thing off.
Okay,
There's
fine.
a lot going on.
It's on. Okay, now.
Cool. Then you will receive the message that I just tried to send you. I'm still in the middle of a court case.
Subspace works instantly. Don't give me that.
I'm doing the really quick sidestep thing right now. I gotta go.
Stop.
And like the guy leaves,
I turn it off.
BD Case comes back, but you only see a blur. He came back to press the on button.
I turn it off.
You see just like
color. I keep doing it until he stops.
You try to cut it off again, but you feel something in the way. It's a finger. There's a finger just keeping it on. Kirby said scarred. No, he said scared, not scarred.
It is scarred. It should be scarred. You said scared.
I said scared?
Yes.
Okay. He will be scarred for life now. Ooh. Okay, so he's preventing you from turning it off. He also hit the unmute button.
Does he have his finger on that?
Do you try to hit the mute button again?
Speedy Case, I know your finger's here, so you're going back and forth really fast. I can at least have it muted and read the messages. Let me mute it.
You hear no response.
Mute.
You try to hit mute. There's a finger in the way.
God! I take the subspace communicator off.
You try and you feel a hand.
You can't do this, Speedy Case. You can't be doing all of this stuff and doing a case at the same time.
There's a message on your subspace communicator.
I play the message.
Someone is trying to take the jewels from the planet. These jewels have been on Earth for millennia, and they've had a secret power. Someone has made it known that these jewels exist, and it seems like creatures are coming out of the woodwork to try and find them. We don't know what these jewels are capable of, but we know that they can be dangerous. So I have all speedsters currently working on jewel recovery, though they're all over the world, and the speedsters, while being very quickly, aren't able to handle certain situations that are beyond just being fast. We need our speedster patrol members that are not just fast, but have other skills to work on collecting as many jewels as possible.
I call Speedy.
Kirby said, aw, dang it. Then Scavenger said, tie-in time. Then Kirby said, time traveler, we have a problem.
I call Speedy.
You call Speedy Case?
Yes.
You get the answering machine message.
Speedy, this isn't what I asked you about. Stop sending me stuff that I didn't want to
It's not even again. It's still on the answering machine. You never cut that bitch off.
Speedy.
You cut off the answering machine. So
actually, I can't because his arm's on my hand. Because I can't take off the subspace communicator.
He still lets you clap.
He can't do that and let me...
He only has his hand to prevent you from removing the thing. Not to do anything else.
I merge into shadows.
Solid plan, to be honest. Like, what is he going to do about that? You're now in the shadows.
I call him. Actually, first I clap, and then call
him. In the shadows.
Yeah.
You merge into shadows, and then in the darkness you just hear.
And then I call him again.
You get the answering machine about he's like doing cases and
Speedy, you know this is not how subspace works. A. B. I didn't want to hear about these jewels. C. Answer my message. Stop.
Answer my message. Stop.
I mute my subspace communicator again.
And now you're in the darkness. So.
And I pop back out.
Kirby said, wouldn't that be 14 uses?
Yeah, I'm at 14 now. I don't care.
So you pop back out.
Yeah. But the subspace communicator's on, and he theoretically would have left because I just disappeared in darkness and he can't track me.
Oop. So your subspace communicator is on. He does not like suddenly reappear for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Oop. So you're in a dark classroom. It's pretty destroyed. You've been physically violated.
Yeah, I write a desk in like the center of the room, and I just sit.
All the desks got like flipped over.
I write it.
You said you write it, like you fix it. Okay. And you're just gonna sit in the middle of the classroom?
Why not?
So you're sitting in the classroom, and like I said, it was like 30 minutes before like class starts.
Yeah.
So now you're starting to get like classmates walking in, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh man, why'd you have to ruin the classroom?" And then like they walk
Did you
out.
not see all the monsters?
They walk out.
And they just say that, and they walk out without me even getting a chance to say anything.
Yes.
Okay.
So a fish comes in with a sash on. It says hall monitor.
Aloha, monitor.
He has a slip in his mouth. He like waddles like to your desk. He plops up and he slaps the slip on your desk, and then he waddles out of the classroom.
Let me guess. Vandalism.
Detention.
Isn't detention later?
Isn't like in the day?
Yeah.
Well, it's not during class. You right? It would be after class.
Yeah. So class.
Okay. So Kirby says detention for what? Do you read the slip closer?
I guess.
For destruction of property.
I figured as much.
Whoop. So essentially, there's a janitor comes by. He looks in the classroom and he goes, oh no, there's so much I gotta do.
It wasn't me.
There's so much I gotta do. Holy
It
shit.
was a cyclops.
He's like, whatever class was in here, I'm just gonna cancel it.
You can't do that. You're a janitor.
The janitor's like, well, I have a pad, and this pad is specifically for this purpose. And
Well, uncancel a class.
he rips a sheet of paper off the pad and puts it on the door, and it's like, class canceled for maintenance. He's like, I do maintenance on this room. I need you to leave. Kirby over Subspace says he didn't do it, janitor, but the shit's muted, so the janitor didn't hear that. So, so he's like, I need you to leave the classroom. I got a lot of work to do. I gotta like reconstruct this whole room.
I find hall monitor.
You're gonna go and find the hall monitor?
Yeah.
There is like a path of water that like leads from the classroom, but it goes in two directions. Which direction do you go in? Left
The right
or right?
direction.
So you're gonna go to the right. So you go to the right. You're gonna go left.
Yeah, the right direction.
So you're gonna go left.
Yeah.
So you go left. Down. Sorry, we're experiencing lag. Sorry about that. Kirby said janitor doesn't have one. The janitor does not have a subspace communicator. So, crossing my legs real quick. So it leads to a room that has a glass window labeled hall monitor.
Open door.
You open the door.
It floods.
You would think, but no. There are a bunch of fish, just big ass fish, sitting around in seats with sashes. Some are on the phone. The phone is just like sitting on the table, and they're like flapping around on the table and shit next to the phone. There's one that's like smoking a cigarette.
That's like not good for a fish.
That's not good for anyone. There's another one that's like flopping around in a hot puddle of coffee.
That's even worse for a fish.
There's one flopping around on a newspaper and shit.
That's alright.
There's one that's flopping around on a typewriter.
That's
and
alright too.
And as it flops around, you see it types out like, today's case has been a serious one. A lot has been going on in the halls. Mysterious medieval creatures. Who knows what is next?
Hey, aren't you medieval creatures?
Ryan said I came in on flopping around. Did you ask if they're medieval creatures?
Yeah.
One of the hall monitors comes up with a sticky note stuck to his face. It's at your feet flopping around. Do you read the sticky note?
Yeah.
I'm not a medieval creature.
Okay. So I have this thing here. Shows detention slip.
Shows detention slip. One of the fish jumps up in the air. He has a sticky note on his face. It looks like he's about to flop back onto the ground if you don't catch him.
I don't catch him.
He lands on the other fish. Do you read the sticky note that's on his face?
Yes.
Detention is down the hall and to the left from here.
Well, I'm asking why I have detention.
Another fish flops up to you. Do you catch it?
No.
It lands on your shoulder.
Of course it does.
The sticky note is on its back tail fin. Do you read it?
Yes.
Read the detention slip.
I did read the detention slip. It wasn't my fault.
Another fish flops up in the air. Do you catch it?
No.
No, it lands on your other shoulder.
Of course it does.
This sticky note is on its eye, but it's you have to rotate your head in an uncomfortable way if you don't reorient the fish.
I rotate my head in an uncomfortable way.
It's not as uncomfortable as when the vine woman violated you.
Yeah.
You look.
I can deal with anything.
You look at the sticky note, and it says, "Come to my office." In the distance.
Isn't this your office?
In the distance, across from all the individual desks for the different hall monitors, there's another door. On the glass window, it says, "My office."
I go to my office.
You go to my office. You walk in, and the fish flops off of your shoulder and onto the desk. Next to him, there's a notepad. Written on it, it says, "I need water."
Will spit work?
The fish flips over, and there's a sticky note on his backside. "Please don't spit on me." Reads the sticky note.
Do you have a water cooler? Is there a water cooler in here?
The fish rotates around to face you and opens its mouth. It has a sticky note in its mouth. It says, "They gave us a goddamn coffee machine."
Okay, duly noted. Teacher's lounge?
The fish lays eggs, and in the pile of eggs, there's a sticky note that says, "They have a water cooler."
I was more asking where.
One of the eggs hatches, and inside the egg is a sticky note. That'll be down the hall to the right, so across from detention.
Okay, can you survive that long?
Another egg hatches. A post-it note specifically comes out. It says, "Hopefully."
I start walking at 15 miles per hour in there in an instant.
Let's see. Kirby over Subspace says, "Any water fountains around? Too bad it's on mute." You arrive at the teacher's lounge. You see a bunch of animals, and they're all like,
I open the door and walk in.
You walk in. The animals stop talking and look at you. You recognize one of them. It's a panda. He's eating eucalyptus.
I go to the water cooler, pull out a little paper cup, fill it up, and start walking out.
There is a giraffe teacher that blocks your way out of the door.
Water. Fish. Dying.
The giraffe looks to the side and points at a sign by the water cooler for teachers and staff only. Excuse me.
Please.
Do a check.
Screw me.
Kirby said, "Wouldn't the fish be staff?" The giraffe goes, and then it takes the cup from you. It goes, and points you out.
Hey, there was a charger down here.
Yeah, it's a laptop charger, right?
Yeah.
Yep, it's still here.
Cool.
Oh, no problem. Kirby said, You are getting water on his behalf. Too bad that you're not looking at social communication. Anyways,
It's not like they can understand me.
the teacher's lounge, the teachers like close the door and they lock it.
What y'all doing?
Oh, RPG thing, but it's like a live stream, so we have like live viewers who like watch it as like we play. This is like episode 12.
Oh, okay, cool. What are y'all actually playing?
Jank Heroes, Funnifyic is a game I made up.
Oh, okay, that sounds cool.
Have a great day, man.
Two things. One, is there any... Actually, one thing, really. Is there anybody in the hall?
Is there anyone in the hall? Do a check.
Yes.
That's your good day?
No. That's my good day.
Oh, I see. So you didn't want people to be.
I mean, I don't know. You interpreted it as a bad thing for there to be people, or a good thing for people to be in there. So if it's bad for people to be in there,
I didn't know what you were.
so I guess it's empty.
Nah, there are people
That-
in the
that-
hall.
Don't double back on your intentions.
I didn't know what you thought was good or bad until you made it very clear.
Jet, you had specific intentions. Make it empty.
So there are 3 mice in the hallway. They're carrying very tiny books, riding little tiny scooters and skateboards, and one has roller skates.
Hey, mice.
Yo, what's good? Yeah!
Can you go in there? Points to the teacher's lounge.
You pointed at the teacher's lounge. The mice go, yo, man, we're not allowed in there, man.
I'll make it worth your while.
One of the mice goes, so what you talking? And like lowers a pair of shades.
Let's see here. I got $3.
$3.
One for each of you.
That wouldn't even buy me a new set of wheels for my
How
board.
much
He
would-
does a kickflip.
Would
Kirby
$10
says,
suffice?
holy crap, are these the mice, the worms from Men in Black?
Would $10 suffice?
$10. I could get a Slurpee with my girl Allison at the dance.
Sounds like a pretty good deal, huh?
Yeah, I think I'd buy it with $10.
Sure.
Then the other 2 mice are like, but what's in it for us?
I mean, I only really need one of you.
Yo, dude, it's either the crew or it's no go,
Okay,
bro.
give you all of my money if you do it.
Scavenger said I can get the mice some blunts. Too bad Matt doesn't look at the subspace communicator.
I'll give you all the money I have on hand.
Yo, how much money is that?
$23.
$23. That could get us 4 Slurpees for us and our girls at the dance.
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
But then one of the mice is like, yo, but if we each have a girl and we all go to the dance and get Slurpees, then we won't have enough money. We'll need at least... Wait, hold on. How much money did you say?
$15.
15. That's only enough for just 3 people. We need enough for 6 Slurpees, bro.
So 23.
$23. That's enough. It was dumb. It went from like needing 10 to like needing half as much money. The continuity was stupid. So, so I'm just gonna say that the mice are bad at math, and they trick themselves. So they're down. So they're down to help you. They're like, how do we help?
Just go into that room and cause a ruckus.
Kirby said, what is this naked gun? You just want us to cause a ruckus?
Yeah.
Won't we just get in trouble?
I can assure you that they were actually trying to find a way to... They're trying to experiment with things.
Yo, this...
They're trying to experiment with how students can try and enter their teacher's lounge to deal with issues like that in the future. If anything, you're doing them a favor.
I feel like a teacher or staff member would have came up to us directly. Yeah, bruh, this sounds a little sketch. I may not be the best with my numbers, but when it comes to just basic logistics...
I mean, do you understand how scientific experiments work? They reimburse the people that are part of the experiment. Hence why they gave me the $23 to try and find someone to do it. Because they already did it with me.
I don't know, bro. Do a check.
Hey.
You successfully convinced the dude bro mice to go into the teacher's lounge to try and cause a ruckus.
Okay, and I promise I'll reimburse you later.
That's the part where you got them. They're like, later, bruh. What do you mean later, bruh?
Okay, you're right. My apologies. Here's the $23.
You hand them the $23?
Yeah.
They're like, give us one moment to put these in our lockers. We don't have pockets. We're mice.
Okay, how about I do that for you?
I don't want anyone else going in my locker,
Well,
bro.
here's the thing. There's like slits in your locker, correct? I can just slide it in.
But, I mean, are you going to do it?
I guarantee you I do. If you don't have $23 in there, you can hunt me down.
Can we watch you do it?
I mean, that'll take time.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
These guys want their experiment done right now.
I just met you and you're trusting me with a money situation.
Again, you guys can hunt me down and kill me if you wanted to.
Kill you, bruh? We're just skaters. I mean, we're extreme, but we're not extreme.
Okay, how about we do it this way? I will double the money if I don't have the $23 in there by the time you get back to those lockers.
Yo.
That's like, what, 15 shakes?
Dude, real quick. Let's go to the hall monitors. They're right across, right down the way. We can get this done in writing.
I will quadruple it.
In writing.
But the writing that's the whole thing though. The experiment is to be as subtle as possible with the entry. So doing all of this work ahead of time, they're going to know it's coming. The teacher's going to know it's coming, and then it's not going to be as effective as an experiment.
Nerd Tinker said Mr. Hand. Yeah, this is Mr. Hand's session. I don't know. I just need something that... Wait a minute. Do you got an idea, Ryan? Yeah, I got an idea, bruh. Soul Pact. If you make a soul pact with Sean here, then we'll definitely go in. Sean, reaches a tiny paw out. Soul pact.
Okay, I'm sorry, I lied about everything, and I just really need to do this because the leader of the hall monitors is dying of thirst, and there's a water cooler in the teacher's lounge, and I really need that water, but the teachers won't do it, so I'm trying to get you to scare them out.
Kirby says, it's not a secret if you tell them what you're doing.
Well, I just did.
So then the mice go, "Low, bro, dude. Honesty's the best policy.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to save someone's life.
If you had just been honest with us, we would have done it. But since you were dishonest, we're gonna bounce.
Of course you are.
We'll catch you later."
Okay, the hall's empty. Good. Change it to dark gale.
You change into your superhero uniform. Do you describe your transformation?
No, there is none. We've gone over this.
Oh yeah, what is it?
There
Like
is
your
none.
uniform.
Oh, it's just the black button-up shirt, white undershirt, and black dark crimson pants, and now I have spectral robes over me. So now I shadow merge again, go into the room, and start squeaking.
You just make squeaking noises?
Yeah.
The animals go, rah, 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 like they're just going about normal. And then the elephant teacher goes, bruh, bruh. He's just throwing shit around. He's destroying tables and shit. He knocks into the water cooler and just spills all the water on the ground. He's rah, rah. He's stomping uncontrollably, and the teachers gather around to calm him down. They're like, yeah, shh, it's fine. But they do it in English. You understand what they're saying.
So I see you can speak English.
You say as a disembodied voice.
Yes.
They go, ruff, 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 and they just look around.
Look, you have people of the student body dying of thirst. You had someone asking for water.
Kirby's like, you have 13 power usages.
Yeah, I know. But you have someone dying of thirst, and you kicked out a student who was perfectly trying to help that student.
Ruff, 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 they don't.
This person's death is going to be on your hands unless you can figure out how to get water to this hall monitor.
Ruff, 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 ruff. A bunch of people are shrugging and looking at each other. And they're
Do you not care about the death of your own students?
A giraffe teacher motions toward the water puddle on the ground. And ruff, 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 ruff,
You have an elephant there. Suck up the water and spray it at this fish.
Everyone got hella confused as soon as you said they're going to suck out the water and spray it at the fish.
You know elephants can do that.
The elephant teacher. Do a check. Do a fucking...
Works really hard. And by hard, I mean by 3.
And it works by 3. So the elephant teacher like sucks in the water into like his trunk, and then he shrugs.
Okay, now go to the hall monitor's office.
So he leaves the room.
I follow him out there.
He walks over to the hall monitors,
Go into my office.
and then he shrugs again.
Okay, go into the hall monitor.
He's in the hall monitors room.
There's a door with hall monitor or my office on the door. See it?
Right? He seems confused.
Follow my voice. When I start moving towards the door.
Okay, what voice signals are you giving for him to like follow you?
Here, come here.
So you're just I just should have like follow my voice. The fish are all like flopping around like
Is the
following the
elephant
sound
doing
of the
that?
voice. The elephant is like looking around at all the fucking fish, and it seems like all the fish are like surrounding the elephant as he walks.
Fish, disperse.
As you yell "fish disperse," you notice they all have sticky notes on them. It's like water, please, water, water. I'm dying, water.
Elephant, spray some of your water on these fish.
The elephant sprays some of the water on the fish. Some of the fish are wet. Others still have sticky notes on them that are like, "Yo, I'm really dying here."
Okay, elephant, keep enough water so you can spray one more fish, but spray the rest of these fish.
He attempts to do so. Do a check.
Sorry if you wasted it. God damn.
He's able to like help all the fish that are like in this main area, but before he gets to the office, he's run out of water. When he sees the office door, he goes, "Arrgh!"
Spray up the puddles, or pick up the puddles, elephant.
The fish have absorbed the water.
They did not absorb all the water.
Kirby said the sign must be gone, question mark? No, it seemed like he didn't understand. What do you do?
Did I notice a water fountain on the way to the teacher's lounge?
Do a check.
No.
Not at all.
Well, I guess he's dead.
That's your verdict?
Yeah, we're gonna go into the room and just see how he's faring.
My boy looks so dry that you could see him with bread and like fucking like tartar sauce on the side, my boy.
You can blame your teachers for your death.
You can blame your teachers for your death.
On the flip side, all of your other hall monitors are perfectly fine.
The fish isn't moving very much.
You're dead now, aren't you?
His back tail fin twitches.
No, you're still good. Try crying. Maybe the tears. Maybe the tears. Or rejuvenate your body.
The fucking SpongeBob plot. A pirate captain walks into the hall monitor's like main area, and all the fish go like they like react. They gasp.
Pirate Captain, do you have water?
Kirby said, "Could I restore it, or is this purely a water issue?" Well, Mr. Hand doesn't check his subspace communicator.
I mean, the only thing is that the subspace communicator is technically on, so you can see what's going on.
But you never look at it.
Right.
Exactly.
But he still sees everything.
Yeah, he still sees everything.
He doesn't know the situation per se, but he can see a dried up fish.
He can still hear you. You just don't hear them.
Alright.
Yeah, but he asked a question that you won't look at, so
Right.
you won't answer.
Yeah.
Scavenger said, "Will mud work if you filter the dirt and sand out?" Like they both are like, "I have solutions."
I mean,
but
they
I
can
don't,
do that outside of things.
But they don't know if their solutions were like they're asking questions.
Well, I don't know if that
and
would
there's
help. I don't know.
No one answering. Well,
I think mud would.
You don't even know what they're saying.
Exactly. I think mud would kill them, but that's besides me. That's not what Dark Yell's saying.
I like that you said, "I think mud would kill them." You know, like I actually think it would make it worse. But a pirate captain walks in. And he was like, I see somehow a lot of you are faring better than I would have imagined."
Pirate, are you responsible for this?
He's like, whatever do you mean?
Did you dry up all these fish?
Dry up fish. That just happens when they're not in water.
Did you prevent them from getting water?
How would I have done that?
Okay. Second point. Do you have water?
Well, no.
Okay. So this fish is dying.
Ooh, this is exactly what I came for.
But the only thing...
Please move out of my way. I would like to collect this fish.
I'd rather you not.
But would you enjoy $3.99 3-piece meals?
Fish, attack him.
Do a check.
Also, elephant as well. He's endangering your student's livelihood. God dang it.
The fail was kind of hard. Let's see. Scavenger said, I have a fish tank in the weed shop. Don't question it. So you fail the check. The elephant just kind of looks at you.
He doesn't even know where I am.
Right, because you're darkness.
Which means that I wasn't in the pirate's way.
Please move out of my way. He says to the disembodied, my nigga has an eye patch. He didn't know. His periphery's all fucked up. The elephant just kind of like shrugs. He has a demeanor of it's not my problem. And the fish are all like shuddering. So you can tell they're scared as fuck of this pirate. Kirby asked what was the roll. It was 3-1. 1 being the good die. Ooh, so what do? This pirate, you're not even in his way. He lifts his eye patch up. Both his eyes are fine, and he goes, "Oh, they're not even in front of me." He puts the eye patch back down, and he walks up to the table.
Darkness Reaver from behind.
Okay.
He's not expecting it, Jet. He can't resist what he's not expecting.
The pirate can sense the energy.
Jet.
Resist.
Darn it, Jet. Why? It doesn't even work. You can't just be like, oh, I somehow know everything.
Oh, you passed that. Oh wait, but you're rolling from the pirate's perspective. Homeboy resisted. He's gonna continue toward the fish. He doesn't even know what he resisted. He just knows he resisted something. The fish continue to shudder in terror. Some of them start sweating, which causes them to dry out a little bit more.
God damn it. I fill the room with clones.
You fill the room with clones.
Yes.
How is your power written?
Can summon clones out of viewable darkness.
Well, no. Read the full thing.
I can utilize my abilities.
Let's see. Kirby said, how do you resist a spike through the chest? Scavenger said, turn on the communicator.
No.
It's not that it's off, it's just it's on mute.
Exactly.
Scavenger said, so we can help you.
No.
Well, you wouldn't say no, you would have never read it.
Exactly.
I just realized something. Plain White says something that could have really helped you, but you don't read it.
Yeah, oh well.
So, you just make a bunch of clones of yourself?
No.
Okay, the room fills with like a whole bunch of clones of you.
Attack the pirate.
Oh, you just made it someone you have authority over. you couldn't get the room to do it. So
And now the room's full of people, so the pirate's not getting out of this one.
So they all start like trying to like hit the pirate. How many clones do you think you made?
Probably easily around 50 to 100.
Whoa, how big do you think this room is?
I don't-
There's like a few desks with fish. There's not. I don't think that would fit.
Well, here's the thing. The point wasn't necessarily to have it so that they can easily attack. It was more so to swarm the pirate. So by that logic, the room is now crowd-packed.
Yeah, what you essentially did was you made it where no one can move because there are too many clones, and they're like on top of the fish, which only makes it harder for the fish to live. And the pirate can't move,
At
but
least
no
he's
one else
not
can
gonna be
move.
food.
But they're all gonna die.
Fish, escape before you die.
The fish try to move, but no one can move because there are too many.
I guess we're all
clones.
dead then.
Kirby said, now the room is full of glass cannons.
Yeah, but they can't move, so they can't hit them.
Yeah, also you used a power usage to
Yeah.
make a bunch of ones. So no one can move now.
Yeah,
What do you do?
I leave. There's nothing more I can do.
So you just kill the hall monitor. Oh, and it's time.
And maybe the elephant.
It's 5. Oh shit. There was an elephant in there.
Though I guess he's not really dehydrated, but if he's stuck there for a while, he might just die of hunger.
So it's now 5:29. So
Yeah.
you ended the session by, I guess, just trying to kill all the hall monitors that you wanted to save. What do you think of the session?
It was bad, Jed.
Did you have fun?
No,
You didn't?
no, you just made me. I didn't have any time to think.
I don't know. A lot happened.
Jed, you summoned a dragon instantly at my door. What was I supposed to do?
Your window, actually.
Yeah,
And you got out of that.
Yeah, but Jet, that's not the point. I needed to be in my room for a few moments, and I needed to talk to Speedy Case.
Speedy Case is busy with them cases?
Jet, he's not busy all the time.
No.
And subspace is instant. You can't tell me that he couldn't have spent time doing subspace.
He's like, it may be instant, but that's one of those instances.
That doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't. It really doesn't. Speedy Case just doesn't want to fuck with it. So Kirby said, what the hell just happened?
Jet happened.
So what was your favorite part of this one and your least favorite part of this one?
Nothing was good, Jet.
There's still like comparative favorites.
No.
Would you say, out of all the sessions you've played,
This
which
is-
was your worst and which was your best?
The first one was my best. The second and third one were my worst. Because they were one event. This is pretty close.
This is close. So this one is right in the middle.
By right in the middle, you mean right at the end of the bad spectrum.
So what made your first one like your best session?
That it was average.
It was average. What do you feel you wish had happened this time around?
That I actually got to do what I was supposed to do.
What did you feel you were supposed to
Talk to Speedy Case.
Let's see. What was your least favorite thing that happened this time around?
Not talking to Speedy Case.
Just like not doing your thing. And what was the best thing that you feel happened this time?
Nothing.
Nothing. Let's see. Kirby, what was your least favorite part of this session and favorite part of this session? Same question for Scavenger. What was your favorite part of this session and what was your least favorite part of this session? How do you wish this session could have gone?
Talking to Speedy Case.
What did you want to get out of talking to Speedy Case?
Yeah, it's not even necessarily something that I wanted, but it's something that more or less had to happen.
Let's see. Kirby said the violation of the body, I think, was that your favorite or your least favorite part? I imagine it was your least favorite part. You were like, can we please skip this? I thought the hall monitor case was actually really interesting. He put least favorite, all caps, on the violation of the body. And what was your favorite part, Kirby? Scavenger said no answers. So you didn't have a favorite or a least favorite part, Scavenger? Let's see. How would you guys rank the Shadow Dark Gale sessions, by the way?
They're not good, Jet, because you end up putting me on a wild goose chase that I don't want to be a part of.
That becomes like your favorite or least favorite.
No.
When it comes to Shadow Dark
Jet,
Gale.
you had me deal with the Hero Framer when I had nothing to do with the Hero Framer. I got stuck 2 hours doing nothing but dealing just for the sake of having them, Jet.
We're experiencing some lag.
Just because there's a plot going on doesn't mean that everybody's related to that plot.
Well, I'm glad that you deny the ones you don't want to be in.
Yeah, it's not denying the plots, it's that I still had to be a part of them anyway. I still had to get violated for the jewel.
You did get violated for the jewel.
Jet, I'm not avoiding these, you're pushing them onto me.
I mean, you could have fought that.
Yeah, I could have, and I probably wouldn't have done that well.
I don't know. That actually is a solid question.
Jet, the dragon was directly in sight. Compared to a 200-foot monster that I was flying above, I would have been in a lot worse of a situation.
Kirby said the dragon, even though it was just a hindrance, would be his favorite part of the session. So his least favorite was you getting violated, but his favorite session
Also,
was the
Speedy
dragon.
Case was busy for 2 hours in a Speedy Case.
Who says he was just doing one case?
He should have responded to my message, Jet.
What if he had a case back to back to back?
Jet.
Speedy Case. We've always taken on them cases. Scavenger said his current.
Then how come
ranking-
he's able to spend enough time to be like, oh, hey, you turned off your subspace communicator. Maybe don't do that.
Because that's like one of your obligations as a member of the speed thing.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's
if
really
his
important.
obligation, his other obligation is to, I don't know, talk to the Speed Force when they have problems.
Well, his other obligation is to finish these cases. If he loses a case, he loses his soul.
He's
been
not
in
gonna
this
lose
battle
cases
for
if he
thousands
talks
of
in
years.
subspace.
Scavenger said, well, you can't talk to you through subspace if your thing is off.
I'm actively talking to him. It wasn't even off, it was muted. And if
Well,
I'm
remember, you cut it off, and that's when he like showed up.
right, but I
Yeah.
called him before that.
He was in the middle of the case.
Yeah,
He had to focus all his speedy brain power.
but I
on the
didn't
case.
turn it off until I was after I tried calling a second time. So he could have called all during that 2 hours.
He wanted
He-
to focus all his power on the
Jet,
case.
subspace is instant.
If he loses the case, he
Subspace
loses
is instant.
the case is really important.
There's nothing that could cause him to lose focus when subspace is instant.
He wants to focus his super brain power. Let's see. Scavenger said that his current list is Winslow #1, so he really enjoys the memer. The #2 Time Traveler and #3 Shadow Darkgale. What made Shadow Darkgale your #3, Scavenger, when it comes to like
The
his
stuff that I keep getting
sessions?
railroaded.
Then Kirby, what is your top 3 right now when it comes to the memer, Time Traveler, and Shadow Darkgale?
Stop railroading me, Jet.
Whatever do you mean?
You are railroading me, Jet. Whenever there's a plot that you just created for someone else, you're putting me into it, and that's not necessarily how it works.
Kirby said same as his. I like the fact that like you don't necessarily go along with it.
But Jet,
It puts you on your own path.
It's not even though, Jet, because you push it so hard.
Oh, it's just because the world is changing around these
Jet,
things.
it's not centralized to that specific thing. There's no way that everything is revolving around the jewels, that everything's revolving around the hero framer. You didn't even talk about the hero framer at all.
Yeah,
And that was like the big reveal last time, Jet.
the jewels have become a really big thing.
Jet, you're ignoring plot lines.
I don't know. The framer just didn't come up this time.
Jet, you're ignoring plot lines.
Kirby says that his is also the memer, then Time Traveler, then Shadow Darkgale. Why is that? Like, what makes the memers so good? What makes the Time Travelers just alright?
The fact that they're
and
part
why
of the
Shadow
main
Darkgale
plot
like it
line,
the
Jet.
most?
That's just how it is. Their main plot line is the most important thing.
I don't know. I really enjoyed the hall monitor thing.
But Jet, I can't even do a full plot because it's always just a sub-adventure of that main plot. It's always, hey, I didn't want to do the main plot, so this is what's going to happen instead, and it's going to be considerably worse because we had to do the main plot, but no.
Oh, Scavenger said, well, there's not a lot for comparison. Like, for comparing?
Yeah, because I get stuck.
I really liked that you wanted to help the fish. I know if Aiden was in this situation, depending on, he honestly would have made the fish kill himself. I thought about it. Like, getting detention would have made him be like, I guess this fish can just die then. Like, he would have been like, that wouldn't be worth my time. He probably would have made the people, like, it's unique because of the fact that you, like, went the extra mile.
But Jet, here's the thing. You keep putting me in spots where I'm not doing anything.
What? You did a whole bunch.
Jet, second and third session was literally me sitting around for the first time for an hour dealing with Bruiser, doing basically nothing.
Well, I mean, you control what your character does.
Jet, if he can track me forever, if he's not going to believe a word that I'm going to say, then what do you think I'm going to be able to do against them?
You could try to fight him.
Yeah, and that didn't work.
You mean because you, like, failed to, like...
Yeah, I did a Darkness Raver, and at that point, I got his trust down even more. And here's the thing, I shouldn't necessarily be expected to kill him, because at that point, that would make it look even worse that I'm the hero framer.
Bub said, hey, Bub. So when it comes to the Bruiser thing, right, you don't have to kill people to fight them.
Right, but at the same time, it sort of becomes a matter of, man, fighting him makes me look super suspicious.
Well, I mean, if you had incapacitated him, right, and then submitted him, like, to the authorities and said, like, he's been
Jet, there is
harassing
no
me
way-
and threatening to kill me.
Jet, there is not a differentiation between incapacity, I cannot even speak.
Incapacitation
Yes,
like
and
murder.
death. Yes.
You could just say that you were doing it to knock him out and not
Jet,
hit
that's
him.
not how that works. I'm shoving spikes into him.
You could just try to hit him.
I'm shoving spikes into
Like
him.
with your fist, or like with
Jet,
a club.
I'm not fighting him fist to fist. Especially if he's supposed to be based off of like a DC Hulk.
Who knows?
No, I would lose that fight in an instant.
You could have possibly.
No. Stop trying to expect me to fight gods like you did with Jared.
You never know.
Jet, I would have lost.
You could have beat.
Jet, stop.
But I feel like Bruiser put you in a corner and you tried to make the best out of it without necessarily fighting. Like, even after you tried the fight, you didn't, like, continue with it. You were like, well, maybe I can try to not have to fight him.
And then I sat there for an hour, and then another hour as I had to deal with going to jail. Yeah, going to jail, speedy case. Like, that's what's going on, is that I don't have anything going on specifically because I get stuck into these spots, Jet.
You gotta find a way to work through what's happening.
No, Jet, because it's like, if you're not going to do the main plot, then I'm going to put these random plots on you, and then I'm going to railroad you in every possible way so that you can't do the plot that you're currently on.
You can just, like, try and do your best to get whatever you want to happen.
But Jet, my best is never enough.
Mm-hmm. I feel
I
like
can
it's
never get anything done.
You can.
No, I can't, Jet.
You won the case.
Jet, I didn't win the case. Speedy Case won the case.
Good thing he had speedy case.
And I could have made that defense, and then I wouldn't have been in the speed situation.
You needed a lawyer.
I don't technically need a lawyer. I could have defended myself if I really wanted to.
Who was the judge guy?
Just judge guy.
Did he have any, like,
No.
characteristics?
He was just a judge.
He was just a judge?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds weird. Kirby said maybe try to make the plot start after he leaves the apartment building.
Yes, Jet. Maybe do that.
I mean, the dragon was ready for action.
Jet. He was ready for action to put me into the main plot, and I didn't want to be a part of the main plot.
So then you didn't get into it.
Yeah, and he attacked me for it, Jet.
Yep.
That's not fair.
Oh shit, Springdale Apartments are on fire.
Yeah, they're still on fire. You just doomed an entire apartment building, Jet.
That's so fucked up.
Out of putting me into a main plot, you doomed an entire apartment building.
The funniest part about that is Springdale Apartments are on fire. And one of the main things you did throughout the whole session was try to collect water. But not for that. He's like, what if I get water to help the fish, but not to help the building full of people?
Yeah, the heroes were gonna take care of that.
Ooh, Scavenger says, so, that'll definitely come up. The apartment building fire. The fire will probably just carry over into another person's thing. Kirby said, so he can do what he wants before he leaves, and then throw him into a plot that he created while he was in his room. I mean, you never know what'll happen.
And that's not even necessarily what always needs to happen. You can even throw the main plot at me after I get out of my room. But at least let me do some things in my room, Jet.
I mean, you got to the school and you had some downtime, and then you tried at the school. The Speedy case just wasn't down.
Jet, I really didn't have any downtime because there were people around me, and I tried talking to Speedy, and obviously Speedy's gonna just be annoying me the entire time, not actually ever talk to me.
Well, you had that thing with, like, the ogre destroying the room, and you just kind of, like, watched him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because why am I gonna fight an ogre?
Why not just go about your business while the ogre's just wrecking the room?
No,
I don't know. He's not bothering you.
because they're clearly hunting for gems, Jet, so they would have gotten it to me eventually.
Kirby said, like, calling Speedy case. Scavenger says, I'll just turn the fire to mud. That probably is what'll end up happening. He'll just turn the fire to mud. You still got a dragon to deal with as well, just outside of the apartments. Well, so things should be interesting. I'll probably introduce a few new elements built around them trying to take care of the dragon. That could end up being someone's whole plot.
But like the thing is that Speedy Case is always going to be busy with cases, and I'm never going to be able to talk to him, and then stuff's never going to happen. And that's more or less needs to happen.
Maybe there's another way to talk to Speedy Case.
No,
Why do you say no?
because he's too busy with his cases. He won't even talk with me for a moment while I'm trying in the room.
Kirby said, I like how it was the speed patrol that pulled him into the jewel thing. It was almost the dragon that pulled him into the jewel thing until he was like, nah. And then Kirby said, because he is a speed patrol. Yeah. That was definitely the more organic way than the dragon just being like, "Hey, you, I choose you. You're gonna help me
Like,
find
what's
these
worse,
jewels."
Jet, is this. You essentially were putting me on the villain's side at that point.
The villain side.
Or at least not our side.
So you feel like if you had helped the dragon, that you would have been at odds with like
Yes.
other heroes?
Jet, mythical creatures are uprising and looking for gems.
Yeah,
They're not related whatsoever to our guys because they're the Atlanteans.
they're not the Atlanteans.
Well, they have an Atlantean.
They have an Atlantean?
Prince Arthur.
Yeah, Prince Arthur. Well, he seems unrelated to the medieval people.
Right. So in other words, medieval people are going to be coming at odds with Atlanteans and specifically everybody else.
Well, I mean, you didn't join up with them.
I could have, but why would I do that?
That's interesting that you say you could have. Yeah, why would you do that?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. You brought it up.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
really interesting.
That's why I wouldn't do that.
So that's why you weren't down for the dragon?
Yes.
That was before you even knew there were a whole bunch of them looking for jewels.
That's not even with relation to them. I didn't even really want to work with the dragon.
I know you didn't. You left.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got out. It was a good idea, too. You left the room. Didn't want to fight a dragon. I feel like you could have killed that dragon.
Not really, Jed.
What? Remember that time you killed a giant monster that was
That
rampaging the
wasn't
city?
hitting me at all. That couldn't hit me at all.
Probably just didn't want to hit you as well.
Jed, you didn't even give him an option to hit me.
He wanted to stop the aliens.
Jed,
He wasn't even, as your words, he did nothing wrong. Kirby said, it seems like we, Jared and I, will deal with the speedsters in the future based on what they said to Shadow Darkgale. With the whole idea that, like, they're trying to collect the jewels because they don't know what's
oh yeah,
happening.
I'm already on this bad side already. Great.
But it does seem like the speedsters may cross over due to like the jewel stuff and everything. But we know that Winslow's character isn't a fan of the speedsters
But you're
because he
essentially
kills like 2 of them.
but you're essentially forcing crossovers and tie-ins that don't need to be forced.
I don't know. I'm not sure if anything's being forced.
You are, Jed. You're forcing the whole crystal or the gem thing on us.
Well, the dragon selected you. So I think the real question is...
You selected me, Jed.
The real question is why was the
You
dragon
selected me, Jed.
interested in your boy?
Don't tell me the dragon selected me because you selected me.
But why did the dragon pick you?
Because you wanted to put me into the main plot, Jed.
No. You gotta dig deeper
No.
for the reasons, for
Because
the
I-
theories.
Because I don't care about the gems. I don't care about the series, Jed.
Let's see. Kirby said, just because you are a speedster doesn't mean you have to side with them
I sort of do.
if we clash.
I sort of do.
Scavenger said they didn't force it on the memer. Well, he's not a member of the speed thing.
I'm the only member of the Speed Force.
That's like actually a playable
Yes.
character. The only thing they tried to get the memer to do was to stay in a cell because he had taken one of the Speed Patrol members' bodies. And he was like, ha, yeah. And then he just made him kill himself. He's pretty bad about that, not gonna lie. Ooh. So yeah, I'm excited for like your next adventure and like how everything will go. I feel like there's still a lot to be explained with the whole dragon thing and why the dragon selected you. There's still the fire thing going on. I wonder how the school's gonna do with no hall monitor patrol. There's still the thing about the Atlanteans and how they survived and how that connects into the jewels. And as you said, the speedsters are coming in. And now we're getting all these medieval creatures. Where the fuck are the medieval creatures coming from? And why do they want the jewels in the first place? So yeah, a lot's going on. A lot of new questions, a lot of new connections. Kirby said, I'm sure other heroes will deal with the fire once it is noticed. We'll have to find out. So yeah. Oh, are those remix notes?
Yes.
When are we gonna do a remix episode?
When someone else plays Remix.
Oh man. Why can't we go back and forth on it?
Because I don't want to have to deal with your stuff again, Jed.
Oh.
Not for right now, anyway. I want to have someone else's story for once.
It's been so long since we've even.
Yeah, I still want something different.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'm sure someone on stream would want to play remix.
No.
You wouldn't want to play remix with someone.
Remember,
on stream?
stream audiences don't do remix, remember?
Scavenger said, and the dragon seems cool. Yeah, like Scavenger's hype for the dragon. It seems like Mr. Hand is packing up to get ready to go. So what I'll end up doing probably is ending this stream. I'll use the restroom. And oh shit! It's your boy, yo Winslow. He just finished a session, and we were getting ready to do like a theory video. Well, he's leaving.
No.
But do you want to do a theory video?
No, Matt. No, you don't even care that I'm saying no.
Have a great day, Matt.
Matt left and even not saying that. I was really hoping that Jared would still be here so we could do it in time.
Jared was only free until like 3:40, so he did a session and left. Then we did a theory video, and then you showed up. Wait, Matt did a session, and then we started doing a thing, and then you showed up.
Well, I would love to play like an actual session with someone, but Jacob hopefully will be coming over, and then he'll be able to make.
He's gonna make a character.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm hyped. At what time?
He's eating at the cafe right now. So
Oh, okay. So after the
little
cat.
bit, yeah.
Now, like I said, my cutoff time is 8.
Would you want to do a session? Real quick?
Yeah, we could do a session, most def. Do you mind if I go pee and then we come back?
Not at all.
Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna read the live chat. So Scavenger said, and the dragon seems cool. Kirby said, you could continue the story that you started before.
The dragon.
Then Scavenger said, but I like dragons. Then Scavenger said, yo, the boy is back. Then Kirby said, hiya Winslow. And then
Hiya.
Scavenger said, the memer.
The memer.
So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell so you be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with
Matt.
logging out. Peace.